Hello everyone, it's Angela from Woodland Apothecary. Today I am making aloe and green clover soap, and I'm going to be using indigo powder. So we're going to get a little lesson in color theory. Either you're going to get it or I am. So typically when you have, my oils here are kind of a yellowish, a little green tint because I used extra virgin olive oil. So the indigo powder is blue, if you can see that. So yellow and blue should make green. So hopefully that is what's going to happen. I am going to do very little in the full batter, but then I'm going to break it off into a stronger batter and then just put in the indigo powder. So in here, we'll see what happens. So first of all, I'm going to blend everything up just to get the coconut cream mixed up. It was pretty hard this morning. Once it's open, of course, I keep it in the refrigerator, and it really just hardened up this time. Looks like it's broken up. I did it a little bit beforehand just because it was so thick. Okay. And I'm soaping a little higher today. It's actually, I think my oils and my lye are right around 80. 82 for my oils. And my lye is 80, so very close. I'm going to mix this up a little bit before I strain it. It's been sitting there. Again, I always mix my lye water in the sink just to avoid any spills or anything. And then I strain it because I want to get rid of any lint, or if I put the soap in, anything that's left over. We don't need that. Okay. Well, this is that. I haven't put any indigo powder in here at all, and I'm getting almost a pinkish color. I don't normally use extra virgin olive oil. I always use a light tasting olive oil just because I want to keep my soaps a certain color. So now I'm not sure what I'm going to get. For either of these. I don't know where that red is coming from. That's quite bizarre. Okay, I'm going to split off the batter and see what happens here. Wow, that is very pinky red. And I have no fragrance or anything in here yet. I mean, normally I have my regular oils in here. I have olive oil, coconut oil, castor oil. I have my cocoa butter, mango butter, shea butter, and then I have some babassu oil, as well as some safflower oil and rice bran oil. So Let's see what happens here. I'm just going to put a little bit in because I want to see what happens. And I just bought all these oils, so I know they're all fresh. Okay, so this is what I said. I'm going to get the lesson in the color theory. This did not work as I had planned. So I am going to add a little bit of vegan mica. I have one called grasshopper, and I'm just going to throw it in. Normally I mix this with oil, but I'm just going to take a little bit here. I do want this batter to be green. And then the swirl to be blue, so quite interesting. If any soapers are watching and you know why this happened, please put it in the comments, because this is absolutely the first time I've seen this happen, struck from the oil. Yeah, I'm going to be hard to get that out. Let me try a different one. That was grasshopper. This one is let us entertain you. So there's about maybe 2 teaspoons now in there. It's better, but it's still that brownish. Now I have more of a muddled green, unfortunately. So I'm just going to leave it at this point. It's pretty much brown. I don't see it getting any better. And I barely put in that indigo, but so I guess what I'm going to do now is get the bubbles out of here first. I think I might have to get a new stick blender. I'm getting more and more bubbles these days. The gasket. So what happens with when you start seeing a lot of bubbles and they keep coming up, typically your gasket is shot on your stick blender, on your immersion blender, and it's time for a new one. I have 2 more sitting that are brand new that I haven't even used yet. So I still haven't put any fragrance in here. I'm going to come back to this in a minute. I just want to see what is going to happen, or is everything going to go brown. So I'm going to try this. Because if this works, maybe the whole soap will just be blue instead of a blue streak. I was going to try to do the green base with a bluish streak in there. I'll put up an old soap that I've made like this in the past, and it's worked, but I didn't use extra virgin olive oil in the past. So I think that's the problem here. So let's start with that and see what I'm getting here. You know, when you make soaps, you have these designs in mind, and when they don't happen. Okay, so getting a blue at least. Okay. Well, those two colors are not really what I was going for at all. So I may just combine all this. It won't go with so the name again is Aloe and Green Clover, so that's why I was going for the green base. And then just having a blue streak through it. Lessons learned. This is why typically I do more of a test case in a smaller batch, but I didn't do that this time. And I may have to add some more in there, so. Well. Okay, we're gonna go with what we have. I mean, it is a little green, but it's just unfortunate. Sometimes you'll see me stirring counterclockwise, and I always, when I'm trying to get something out of my soap, like the air bubbles, I tend to go counterclockwise, versus when I want to do the soap, then I'm going clockwise. It's just something that I've done over the years. It smells very fresh. That's why I like this scent. It's a nice shower bar. I do bath bombs with this as well, which I haven't gotten to yet, just because with the move it was hard to get everything started up at once. Okay. I always spray my mold. So what happens is you spray the tops of your soap so you don't get soda ash, but I have found also that it can happen on the sides, so I spray my whole mold. I'll leave some for the bars here. Definitely disappointed in this, but it is what it is. At least the indigo is working here when you put in more. It's kind of that is turning out to be actually kind of a muddy green. I can see it. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but in person it looks more of a muddy olive green. And this is thickening up pretty quickly. So I'm just going to get this into the mold. I'll probably try to do a hanger swirl to see. Hopefully it'll go down a little bit, but it's pretty thick. Okay, I think the top is, the rest of this is just going to go into the molds here. Okay, I'm going to spray the top, get rid of some air bubbles that were there, and then I will bring you back as soon as the top sets up. Okay, it's starting to set up, so I'm going to just do some divots on the top here. Okay, spray the top. And this is the Aloe and Green Clover, and boy, we'll all be surprised to see what color it actually turns out to be. But I can see that green in there. It's just a very muddied green comparative to what I had pictured. So lessons learned, use regular, just keep with the regular olive oil that I normally get, which is just the light tasting, which is very yellow. That would have worked with blue. So this greenish tint that I already had in there, I think threw it off. So thank you for watching, and I will bring you back for the cutting. Okay, we're back with the cutting of Aloe and Green Clover. So the mystery is solved. I did figure out why the soap batter turned kind of a lightly orangey, pinky tinge. I had completely forgotten that I ran out of safflower oil, and I switched that with metal foam oil and also rosehip oil. And both of those developed this orangey pinky tinge, and so that's what caused it. So I'm glad I figured it out. I had to go back and look at my recipe because I was just completely stumped as to why that happened. But let's try to get this cut. Wow, it still smells so fresh. I love that. Okay, so as you can see, I did get a light green out of this by using the micas. I can still see a little bit on the edge of the soap. It's a little darker green, but we'll see what happens after it finishes curing. And then the blue is the indigo. Another one. That's a little different. That hanger swirl, you never know exactly what you're going to get. So the last one isn't quite a full bar, but it's very close. So that's what I have. So I almost have, this is a smaller soap mold. It's a little bit taller than the others that I have, but so this one makes roughly 12 pieces of soap. Let me move that over and you can see how many I got out of this. So there's pretty close. I would say that this is probably a good enough weight to sell as almost a full bar. I'll sell that one last and put that a little bit reduced, but not much because it is very close to a full bar. So almost 12 pieces for this one. See if this one goes again. I think most people, if they could smell it, I wish we had smell-o-vision because this is like eucalyptus spearmint. This is a very fresh scent. It's a great one for in the shower. And it used to be a customer favorite when I did it before. Also letting people know that I have done some potpourri. So let me put this up here. I have 2 potpourris for sale and they will be packaged like this with a ribbon. So this is our pumpkin spice. It's really nice for like Thanksgiving to put all the oranges and the browns. And then this one is an apple cinnamon. And this is nice as well for the holidays, even for Christmas and everything. So, and this has a little bit of lemon and orange in it as well. Kind of that orangey peel, lemon peel with the apple and cinnamon. So it's another nice one. I actually just got through making this one. I will have a couple of others that I'll be selling. And then once I get done with these, then I will be moving on to the sugar scrubs and the whipped body butters. So looking forward to getting everything out and getting the website back up to speed as I had it in the beginning. And I thank you for watching.